Facts tell, however, stories sell. Studies and research shows that stories stick much more better than whatever we say normally. That's what facts tell, but stories sell. Stories stick much more. 33% is the memorable rate of stories. Powerful presenters, confident communicators, welcome to storytelling session. It is one of the most powerful communication technique that you can learn and also master. Stories have been around for thousands of years. And now also you must have heard the name called as brand stories. Companies uses, advertising companies uses, whether they tell you stories through pictures or they tell you story the traditional way. However, let's understand storytelling much more better. Whether it is as simple as that, once upon a time, what do? We lean forward, we sit like this, ready, engrossed in story. Or long ago, again, another traditional way of telling stories. So you may think that stories are ancient. No, it's there, used everywhere. Let me give you an example of modern day corporate story. How mature storytelling is said. Here's an example. We're going to talk about public speaking. Yes. See the suspense I'll create just by telling a story, a modern way of telling story. Last time, same year, I was at this particular location. I met an expert in public speaking. And what he shared changed the way how I've been seeing public speaking forever. It was truly a paradigm shift for me. He mentioned 3 very important things. And after that, public speaking has never been the same. These 3 things are, how did this go? I have built up the suspense and now you are waiting for those 3 things. Nothing such thing happened. So can you see how storytelling is such a powerful technique? And again, stories have been there in every form, whether we use in religion, whether it has been about even gossip. Hey, tujhe pata hai kya hua? Again, these are also part of stories. So in this particular course, we are gonna learn storytelling and also master storytelling. Are you ready? Powerful presenter, confident communicator. This is a video specifically for participants of communication breakthrough, speak easy, then train the trainer, and also superb coaching, life coaching certification program. Participants of any of these 4 programs must master storytelling. Storytelling, otherwise also if mastered, you are going to be a powerful presenter and also a confident communicator. Now, coming to the benefits of storytelling, you will be much more confident. If you learn to tell stories, you are going to be confident at all the time. Number 2, stories are used for engaging and also enrolling your audience. Salespeople often do that. They show the before and after. They say success stories. You must have read the success stories. This person came in, had such and such health issues, and by the time they finish, they're healthy. So they say success stories, testimonials. Stories, my dear friend, are everywhere. There are enormous number of benefits of learning storytelling. Number 3, stories builds our creativity. Do you want to be creative? Learn storytelling. Storytelling brings out the maximum creativity in you. Number 4, do you want to improve your vocabulary? Storytelling is the easiest, simple, and the fast way to improve your vocabulary. Number 5, your pronunciation will get better. The more you speak, the more stories you tell, every single time your pronunciation is going to become better. Number 6, your clarity in your speech becomes much more better. When you tell stories, you'll be telling in a way where you'll be speaking much more clearly. Clarity improves by storytelling. That's number 6. Number 7, stories shouldn't be very, very long. Today, people do not have much time. Grabbing their attention is very difficult. People's attention span has reduced a lot. So storytelling also teaches you brevity. How you can come to the point and come to it very, very quickly. So number 7 is storytelling teaching you brevity. Number 8 is body language. According to Albert Mehrabian's formula, body language is 55%. And when we use body language for tonality, our facial expression, our eye contact, and body language, yes, when you're telling something sad, that's got to stoop. When you're telling something confident, comes up, your hand gesture. So body language you learn by storytelling. That's number 8. Number 9 is tonality. It is 38% according to Albert Mehrabian's formula. The tone is what gives life to our word. Imagine our voice box is like a piano. 64 keys. And what we are doing? Monotone. Imagine pressing the key again and again. Ton, 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 or T, T, T. It's going to be boring. Use all the 64 keys. Make melody out of your tonality, taking it up and down. So benefit number 9 is working on your tonality. Tonality is the one which adds life to the words that come out. Words are how much, by the way? Just 7%. Give it the life with tonality. Benefit number 10 of learning storytelling is as a tool. I often use this whether it is public speaking or in training or giving a speech. I've used this as a very powerful tool to convey my message, to pass on my message. So once you are a good storyteller, you are sure to get invited for public speaking events, for even possibly a TED talk. So what are you waiting for? Master storytelling. This is the final one, 11th. Storytelling for transformation. I've been using storytelling for a very long time to bring in the transformation in people. I've been seeing many speakers, trainers, coaches, they use storytelling. By the way, check this book. This is saying tales for trainers. There are stories for time management. There are stories for teamwork. There are stories for becoming more positive. Stories have been there as a wonderful tool for transformation. Learn them, master them, and you will become a transformer. You will become a change agent. So what are you waiting for? Are you ready to become a powerful storyteller? This video is specifically for participants of Speak Easy, Communication Breakthrough, Train the Trainer, and Superb Coaching, that becoming certified life coaching workshop. So please pay attention now. I'm going to tell 5 simple stories which will help you get started and start building your confidence as a storyteller. Going forward, after these 5 stories, you will be given a link of daily story blogs. Now, those are different. What I do is I have a community which I engage and I talk and I communicate and I repeat many things twice. But however, in this next 5 stories, I'm going to tell stories without any repetition, just said only once, and also the way it is supposed to be said. I tell a story every single day to my community in the morning rituals, wherein I engage with the audience. However, there the storytelling methodology is very different. Please do not use that methodology. Learn from these 5 stories and use that vlog as just to understand the story and tell this way how these 5 stories have been told. Those story vlog, what I usually do is I engage with the audience. I talk to them. We also do vocabulary and also understanding certain words. You're not supposed to do that way. Now I'm going to tell you 5 very simple stories which will get you started and start building your storytelling muscle. Memorize these 5 stories. This will be your first 5 stories, and please see how you can mimic my body language, my tonality, and finally the message. After these 5 stories, you will get access to my story vlogs. Let's get started and start flexing our storytelling muscles. Are you ready? Story of 2 people, A and B, both wanted to learn pottery making, wanted to make clay pots. They went for a workshop of 5 hours each. Both of them had a different strategy how to learn pottery making. Person A decided, I'll take 5 hours and I'll make one perfect pot. I'll put all my time, dedication, and one I will create. Person B, he came up with a method that I'll come up with 5 different pots, even if they're okay, even if they're weird looking, and then let me see how it happens. After the end of 5 hours, this person came up with a nice, decent looking pot. However, the person B, okay. In fact, some of them were actually very weird looking pot. Now, there's a question for all of you. Which person, after 6 months of continuous training with their different mindset, with a different way of training, who will be actually a better pottery maker? A or B? Yes, research and studies show person B will be actually a better pot maker. The reason is the person B is not aiming perfection. The person B is aiming action. There's a saying, perfection is a killer, whereas action is a winner. The person B will have tons of experience. Why? Because he is using the same amount of time to create more and more and more. Repetition. Yes, repetition is the mother of all learning. If you want to master something, please don't aim perfection. Aim action. Keep doing it again, again, again. So here are the steps to achieve perfection. Practice makes progress, then practice makes permanent, and then finally practice makes perfect. Don't practice perfection. Practice progress. Keep doing more and more and more. Story number 2. Father and son, they go to the marketplace and they buy a donkey. They needed some help in the farm. And while they were taking the donkey back, some people started talking. Take a look at this. They have nice, healthy donkey. They could use it. Someone could actually sit on it. The father and son said, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. The son went and sat on the donkey. After some time, some people said, oh, take a look at this. See that young guy making his old father walk. His father should be actually sitting. These days, youngsters are all like this, all ungrateful. The son said, oh, yeah, that's true. He got down and finally father sat on the donkey. And after some time, as they moved forward, some more people commented, take a look at this. Making his young son walk. What kind of father is healthy? He should take care of his son. This is so hard. And both of them said, okay, let's do one thing. Both of us will climb on the donkey. As they were moving forward, some people said, oh my God, this is cruelty. Two people sitting on this donkey. Oh my God, are they planning to kill this donkey? These guys have got no compassion. And both of them heard, oh my God, what do we do now? They both of them got down and then they decided they will carry the donkey on top of their head. People were again laughing. Take a look at what are these? Two donkeys are carrying another animal donkey. What kind of people are that? Donkey people carrying a healthy donkey on the top. And finally, by this time, they had reached by the bridge. They were so frustrated they threw the donkey in the water. Finally reached the farm without a donkey. This funny story teaches us that people will always talk. People will always think. You focus on your job. Use your mind. Use your common sense and do what is right for you. What suits you. Yes, listen to them. Take people's opinion. But however, do what you feel is right. Go with your compass. People are always going to talk. People are always going to think. You keep thinking what they are thinking. What will they be doing? You're doing their job. You focus on your own job. Story number 3, the dog tail story. Story of an old wise dog. He noticed a young puppy going round and round chasing his own tail. Hilarious. Called out, my dear son, puppy, what are you doing? The puppy said, I'm chasing my tail. Why are you chasing your tail? I have learned in my dog school, in the dog philosophy, I have learned in my school that for every dog, happiness is very important. The old dog thinks, yes, that's true actually. And our happiness lies in our tail. So I'm chasing my tail. Once I catch my tail, I will be really happy. The old wise dog has a nice laughter and he says, okay. In fact, unfortunately, I was not very lucky to go to this dog school. However, I have been to the school of life. I have also learned few things. First thing I've learned is, yes, you are right. For a dog, happiness is very, very important. Yes. And second thing, you're also right. Once again, our happiness lies in our tail. However, I've learned the most valuable lesson is that I should go on minding my own business, doing my own work, following my purpose. My tail will follow along with me. This simple and funny story teaches us what's happening around us. We always keep putting our happiness after we achieve something. After I buy my car, I'm going to be happy. After I buy a house, I'm going to be happy. After I meet my partner, I'm going to be happy. Parents are also doing that. Once my child gets this much of marks, we'll be all happy. After we do this, this is what. But studies and research show that happy people achieve things much more faster. Yes, happiness should not be after, it should be before. Happy people actually perform better. They get results much more faster. So choose to be happy. Find different ways which can actually make us happy rather than chasing success. Yes, success is very, very important, being an achiever. Yes, we should not keep postponing happiness till we achieve success. Rahul goes over to see his neighbor. He has a ferocious looking dog. As Rahul approaches the gate, the dog starts to bark wildly. The neighbor comes out and says to Rahul, come on, Rahul, don't be scared. You must have heard the old proverb, a barking dog never bites. Yes, replied Rahul. I know the proverb, uncle. You know the proverb, a barking dog never bites. But does your dog really know the barking dog never bites? This short and funny story teaches us that old traditions are very important. However, be curious, be inquisitive. Find out whether they are still relevant to us or not? Do they really hold good in this present times or not? A true incident from the life of the legendary painter Pablo Picasso. He was walking on the streets of France. A woman spotted him. That's Mr. Pablo Picasso. She was excited. She pulled out a piece of tissue paper and a pencil, went to Pablo and said, Mr. Pablo, can you please draw something? Can you sign it for me? Pablo could not say no to this lady. Seeing her enthusiasm, he quickly, in 30 seconds, made a small sketch and signed Pablo Picasso and handed over this piece of paper to the lady. The lady was excited. Now it's a prized possession. This lady was curious. She went to the Central Museum and she gave this piece of paper to the curator. The curator took a look. This is a genuine piece of work of Mr. Pablo Picasso himself. Where did you get it? The woman narrated the story, and then the woman asked, how much do you think the museum will pay me for this? The person took a look. Okay, it's not a complete finished one. However, 10,000 pounds you will get it for it. What? The lady was stunned. This woman couldn't sleep the entire night. She kept on thinking, 30 seconds this man created a sketch, a rough sketch, which is worth 10,000 pounds. That got her thinking that I must learn this. I must learn this art and also become wealthy and famous just like Pablo Picasso. After a few weeks of searching, she manages to find out where Mr. Pablo Picasso is staying. She goes to the hotel, meets Pablo, and she says, sir, you remember me? You made this sketch for me, a rough sketch. And he says, yeah, I do remember. I went to the Central Museum and asked. They said, this is worth 10,000 pounds. How? You just sketched a rough one in the middle of the street with almost nothing. You made this 10,000 pound worth sketch. How? Can you please teach me? I want to learn this. Please teach me. I would also like to make something just in 30 seconds and created 10,000 pounds for it. Pablo Picasso started laughing. He said, my dear lady, for this 30-second rough sketch, I have put in 30 years of dedicated, devoted practice to mastering this art, to becoming wherever I am. This wonderful true incident teaches us that practice makes progress, practice makes permanent, and practice makes perfect. Practice makes Pablo Picasso. Yes, anything you want to master, practice, practice, practice. Success is never an accident. Success is years of practice, years of dedicated practice, determined practice to be the number one.